Hello everyone, welcome to episode 10 of Flashback Royal Rumble. This time around we'll be reviewing the 1997 Royal Rumble event. Overall this was an alright pay-per-view. To me the only matches that were interesting were the last two, that being the Royal Rumble match and the WWF Championship match between Shawn Michaels and Sid Vicious. The rest of the undercard was pretty weak. The show kicked off with Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Goldust for the Intercontinental Championship, and for what it was pretty boring in my opinion. They would have better matches in the future. And then there was the Ahmed Johnson and Farouk match, and honestly, wow. It's amazing how 1 year can make a lot of difference. I mean, when Ahmed Johnson started around late 95, early 96, he had a lot of potential to be a mega star. But then when 1997 started rolling around, and after he had his kidney surgery, he just started to fall down the peripheral mount. That's when he started being accident prone, not to himself and his opponents. He started getting lazy in his work rate, and the whole Farouk Ahmed Johnson thing just spiraled downward and it turned out not to be the greatest thing ever. Well, speaking of that, am I the only one that remembers that Ahmed Johnson "You're going down" chant? Like, "You're going down." Yeah, I think I'm the only one that does remember that. Anyway, we'll move on. Let me see, what was next on the card? Oh yes, there was the Vader Undertaker match. Honestly, with great workers like Vader and Undertaker, this wasn't really their best match. I don't know if it was because it was an off day for these guys, but yeah, there's not really much to say on the Vader Undertaker match. It's just that it wasn't really that good, and I'll just leave it at that. Then there was the six-man tag AAA match where Vince got some talent from the AAA promotion in Mexico and had them face each other in the Royal Rumble. And okay, overall, honestly, I don't know if it was because of the audience or because they're not used to working in a WWF ring, or I don't know, whatever. It just didn't really interest me at all. And I really do like Mexican wrestling. I really do. I do watch a lot of CMLL and AAA when I can, but on this night it just didn't really interest me at all. Then there was the Royal Rumble match, which was won by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Of course, he was also eliminated, but because the referees didn't see it, Austin managed to sneak in and managed to eliminate everybody and be declared the winner. This was one of the few instances of the Bret Hart Austin feud that started late '96 when Bret Hart came back to the WWF after disappearing from WWF television after WrestleMania 12. He came back, had an awesome match with Austin back at the 1996 Survivor Series, and then he surprises Austin by appearing in the Rumble match, and boom. I mean, I really love this feud between Austin and Hart. I mean, these guys really clicked well together, and they had great chemistry, in my opinion. And there's one thing I wanted to bring up. What was the point of Austin winning the match if he wasn't going to WrestleMania? Because the point of winning the Royal Rumble match was to be the #1 contender for the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 13. But that didn't happen. Instead, it went to The Undertaker. Now, no offense to The Undertaker, I mean, he's a great athlete, and he definitely deserves a championship match, but was the original plan for Austin to win the match and then not go to WrestleMania? If that was the original plan, then what was the point of him winning the match? That was completely pointless, in my opinion. However, this whole Bret Hart Austin feud did give us the submission match, which I'm sure all of us remember very fondly, at WrestleMania between Austin and Bret Hart and Ken Shamrock as the referee. I mean, that was a phenomenal matchup, but that's another story. for another time. The main event of the 1997 Royal Rumble was the Shawn Michaels-Sid Vicious match for the WWF Championship. Now, I've heard stories on how it was supposed to be Vader being in this match. See, this all started with Vader's feud with Shawn Michaels. Shawn was going to win his match at SummerSlam with Vader, which he did, and then Vader would go on to beat Shawn Michaels at the 1996 Survivor Series, and then Shawn would win the blow-off match with Vader at San Antonio in the Royal Rumble. But as we saw, it didn't happen. In fact, after the SummerSlam match, Vader just didn't really get another shot. He hardly got any shots at WWE Championship gold again. But that's Shawn being Shawn, and you know how that's like. But anyway, as for the match itself, it was pretty good. There was also stories that Shawn had the flu, so that means Sid had to carry the majority of the match, which didn't really help matters much. But for what it was a great matchup, and the crowd was definitely into it because it was in San Antonio, which is Shawn Michaels' hometown, and they were all cheering for their hometown hero to win the match, which they did. Shawn Michaels won the title to an enormous pop, and it was definitely a feel-good moment for Shawn himself. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that up for now. This was the 1997 Royal Rumble review, given by me, Jeremy. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me on Twitter at JJMWWE89. And until we meet again, take care, y'all.